The Birmingham airport, EGBB, comes in as a nice welcome this week. While we hover around this beautiful place, ladies and gentlemen, to what do we owe the pleasure? We finally have some updates rolling into 2020. BFCU's first batch from Fenix. An airliner announced a new sound pack, Freeware, plus a lot more today. So thank you for tuning in, and I'm Chikmanglo. Every week we try to bring you the latest on what's hot at the sim. So please consider subscribing, as this can greatly support my channel. Now first things first, let's talk Sim Update. We had the ongoing beta for almost 2 months on Sim Update 16 that finally went in live. Version 1.39.9.0 just arrived, the first major patch since the new installment had launched. Asoba's focus may be on the new sim, but work continues on 2020 as well to get essential support for stability and compatibility. Key areas have been addressed, and some of the notable improvements include world and maps. Now Bing Maps data is now aligned with 2024's version, improving accuracy and consistency between platforms. Terraforming, water polygon fixes have made landscape rendering tighter and more realistic. Under performance and stability, crash fixes for certain locations including Hungary, improved memory handling on consoles like Xbox Series X and S that reduce crash to desktops and freezes. Now aircraft and avionics have seen updates as well that include the Boeing 787-10, Cessna Citation Longitude, the TBM 930, all have seen some fixes. Avionic improvements include the G1000 NXI's virtual pathway, G3000 and 5000 VNAV alerts, and several fixes across G3X Touch, GNX, and Epic systems. Navigation and nav data have seen improvements as well. Peripherals, developer tools, now there's native support for the Honeycomb Aeronautical Alpha Light Controller, and the SDK now includes support for exporting add-ons for more areas. Now overall, this update shows Microsoft's ongoing commitment to keep 2020 alive and stable, a reliable state even as the community is increasingly transitioning to 2024. Now under 2024, Sim Update 3 beta continues to progress and has been planned to roll out this month. There's no release date yet that's firm, and not really much has changed since last week as mentioned. The focus remains the same, and hope to receive Sim Update 3 in the next couple of weeks. Moving to Marketplace, this week we got a big bird entering the hangar. In the latest development blog, Inibuilds have confirmed what many have hoped. The next wide-body release will be an iconic A340-300 that's set to debut in 2024. The exact dates haven't been mentioned yet. The announcement makes it clear. Development is underway, and the aircraft is being built to leverage the tech improvements of the new sim. Now for those wondering about the A380, it's still in the works, and Inibuilds confirmed that the progress continues behind the scenes. There's no new footage or screenshots yet. From what we've seen, Inibuilds is doubling down on bringing complex, high-fidelity aircraft in the next gen. Now between the A300, A310, and now the A340, it appears that their fleet is expanding fast, and more to follow. Talking helicopters this week, Cowan Sim just released the Sikorsky S-76C for both 2020 and 2024. This is the twin-engine civilian helicopter that's seen in real-world use in VIP transport, offshore operations, and EMS missions. Here's what you're getting. Twin turboshaft engines, which is the Turbomaker Ariel 1S1 in real life, custom flight model with realistic rotor behavior, taking advantage of MSFS new helicopter physics, full autopilot with heading, altitude hold, and vertical speed, GTN 750 integration, functional avionics that include a proper central pedestal, CommNav radios, overhead panel, animated passengers, doors, pilots, rotor blur. It also includes 40 plus liveries, sounds recorded from the real thing, and custom vibration effects to make it feel alive. It has enough system depth to keep it interesting without being overwhelming. It works on both PC and Xbox. Just a few days after the big BFU update dropped, Fenix already pushed out patch 1, focusing on smoothing out some early issues. A short version of what really got tweaked here. Landing gear suspension has been retuned. It was a bit too soft before, making landings more like jelly. It's firmer now and behaves more realistically. Flight model adjustments, meaning nothing drastic, but some subtle tuning to how the aircraft feels, especially during rotation and flare. FPS improvements for users running full cabin models, cold and dark fixes. Now this patch doesn't change the whole game, but it's a solid push on top of the major BFU work that dropped in earlier. Now more updates are expected soon as Fenix continues to dial things in. Now this week it's been official for the MH60R and the MH60S Seahawks from Miltech Simulations and Blackbird, which are officially out. And they've come with something even bigger. Mission Hub, a brand new global mission system. Now both the MH60 variants are super detailed with accurate cockpits, working avionics, custom flight dynamics and startup sequences. The Mission Hub is a fully integrated multiplayer ready platform where you can fly coordinated missions with friends, which makes it interesting, like SAR, cargo drops, firefighting and even military style ops. Now these missions are global, that means you can be flying in Alaska, the Middle East or Australia, and it's all location aware. By the way, this bundle is available for both PC and Xbox, and something interesting to take a look. Talking vintage aircraft, Cowan Sim just dropped the Sopwith Camel for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This is a legendary World War I biplane, and this iconic aircraft is best known for its role in early aerial combat and its quirky tail-heavy flight characteristics. Now Cowan Sim has gone for a classic visual recreation with this one. The external model looks sharp and there's that distinct camel silhouette that aviation nerds will recognize instantly. Priced at $15, this has been designed more for casual fun or historical joyrides than study level flying. If you want to cruise low and slow in an open cockpit and feel like it's 1917 minus the dogfights, this one's for you. So don't expect complex avionics or realism on the system side. Today's featured airport is a big one, the Birmingham Airport, EGBB, brought to us by none other than Perigi. One of the best in the business when it comes to scenery design. Now this isn't just a quick port or a basic layout, it's a full-on handcrafted rendition of one of UK's busiest airports. It has fully modeled interior terminals as we see it, ultra-detailed ground clutter, custom jetways, true-to-life textures, taxiway layout, function light lighting that looks great, and I think you can try as many types of routes as possible with this airport, be it low-cost hops, business jet routes, or long hauls into the Midlands. The airport gives you a performance-friendly base to fly in and out. Airports are a good way to add to your collections, and honestly not all airports are really needed in a sim. Some teams put their heart and soul into creating beautiful ones, and only certain teams what I've seen bring that impression. Now if you've used Perigi's other airports, like the East Midlands or Edinburgh, you already know that this is top tier stuff. By the way, this is sold for $24 and you can bag a cool 10% off of this airport using a promo code that can be found in the description. On events, what do we have this week? CD has been kind enough to invite me to join the community flying happening tomorrow. Here's the plan. Fly in and out around the city of Singapore. I might be getting the part parachute and do some slow flying around the city. This has actually been one of my favorite aircraft apart from Fenix and Citation X. So make sure to join the event. Would be lovely to fly along with you folks. Details can be found in the description and we plan to go live on Discord. Now before we move to Freeware, a question for all of you. Almost 80% of the folks here think a one-time purchase is good enough and a subscription-based model isn't worth it. Now for me personally, except for a few things, Navigraph and map enhancement for X-Plane, I'm fine with these two subscriptions as they do improve my experience. But I don't think I would sign up for any other monthly services as I'm not a fan of getting more services paying a monthly fee. Do you guys think a subscription model is worth it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. One of the best parts of the video would be Freeware. LFEH is a small aerodrome located in central France in the Centre-Val-de-Loire region. It mainly serves GA traffic. Think of gliders, ultralights, and small GA aircraft doing VFR flying. Now the Freeware version enhances this airfield with a few things. Hand-placed objects and buildings, realistic grass textures and ground layout, local atmosphere with trees, signage modeled after the real location. Produced by a well-known Freeware developer vPasilio. This can be a great stopover if you're touring France in a light aircraft or doing a bush trip through the Loire Valley. The link to this freeware can be found in the description below. That's a wrap for today. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to get notified for future releases. Until next time, bye bye for now.